Hi, my name's Jordan. I decided to join Youth Rush because God called me to it. I was going to work another job, but this opportunity came up and I changed my plans. The story I'm going to share is about a man named Michael. I met him in Marina, California a couple of weeks ago. I had prayed that I would meet a new Christian who was interested in all of my books at the very beginning of that street. And at the end of that street, I met Michael. To be honest, I'd completely forgotten about my prayer because I'd had a lot of conversations with other people and my mind was otherwise occupied. But as I had this conversation with him, he told me that he was a Christian for only a month and a half. And he wasn't a very heavy reader either. But he was interested in what I was carrying, and I was able to get him a 7-book set, including our cookbook, Ministry of Healing, Steps to Christ, Desire of Ages, Great Controversy, and Christ Object Lessons. And then I remembered that I had prayed to meet him, and so I shared that he was an answer to prayer. He thought that was super cool, and it was a great experience. The power of prayer is real, and it's important to ask God for big things. I also met a woman at the door in my second week who was crying, and she said that she just lost her brother to cancer. She couldn't deal with me at the moment, so I changed my tone. I stopped showing her the books, and I just prayed for her. And by the end of it, she was crying even more. She said, "Thank you so much." And I was able to be there for her when she needed someone. And yeah, those are just a couple of my experiences here this summer. So a day in the life of Youth Rush call porter looks something like this. You wake up and you get ready. You have some personal time to take care of all your personal stuff and get ready for the day. Then you have some chores, whether that's cooking breakfast or stocking the vans or cleaning up the church. And then you go to breakfast, finish breakfast, we have a little bit more free time, and then we go to worship and we all sing songs together and share testimonies. After worship, we go to training. We train on how to interact with certain different kinds of people and get them interested spiritually in our books. And then we go out and we start canvassing all the surrounding neighborhoods. I would say that Youth Rush has really impacted my life by making me more spiritually inclined. Being in this environment, you realize when you're out there talking to people every day, you really need to practice what you preach. And so I try to make time for God every morning now. I didn't used to do that. It's really changed me for the better. And I would say it's also impacted by my life by just giving me the opportunity to meet people who don't agree with me, who don't have my background. And that's been really life-changing. Another experience I had here at Youth Rush was when I met a man named David. And my experience with him was really, really cool. It started a few days before, actually. I was reading in Christ's Object Lessons about the passage in Matthew chapter 6, how we were to seek first the kingdom and its righteousness, and all of these things will be added to you. And I didn't quite take that lesson to heart. I was kind of worried about my future financially, I guess I didn't trust God to provide as much as I should have, because you really need to be able to trust God when you're out here in the field so that you can be available to serve people. And I was walking from door to door. I was having a character building morning. I hadn't gotten a lot of books out, and I was kind of struggling, what's going on, God? But then that passage hit me all of a sudden, and I realized what was going on. And so I prayed and I asked God to forgive me for my lack of trust. And I committed all of my cares to Him. And I just said, I'm going to go to this next door and be as available as I can be. I met the coolest guy, Pastor David, and he was very spiritually interested. He loved my message books. I was able to get him a kid's book, a health book, a Great Controversy, and one of our other message books, one of our other spiritual books as well. And we had a great conversation. He prayed for me, encouraged me, because I'm going into ministry, and he went into ministry about the same time, same age that I am right now. He was just a big blessing to me, and I was able to bless him too. What would I say to someone who wasn't sure if they wanted to come to Youth Rush? I'd say just go for it, to be honest. It's a life-changing experience that you're not going to get anywhere else. It's a wonderful way to meet new people, to make friends, and it grows you as a person. It'll change you. And that can be frightening sometimes, but the best way to approach it is if you feel like going, just do it. Don't think about it too hard because you'll never regret it.